What's up, y'all? Welcome back to GLL2P. It's Shalonda, and I'm back again, back with another reading. So, so I guess I'm gonna just say what I heard. Okay, was FTCC. Okay, and that is a community college. Okay, in my hometown, right? So I'm just about to, pull some cards, get into the tarot, get into the energy, see what this is about. Because, in this current state, the way this world is going, in my hometown, you know what I'm saying? I need to see what's going on. I need to know what this is about. So, yeah, we about to get into it and see what spirit wants us to know when it comes to FTCC. Right. So let's get into it. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Magician. Okay, so let's see what this is about. Okay, so first thing out is the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, financial new beginnings, new job, new business. Okay, maybe somebody just got a job here or something. Let's see what else. Okay, the Four of Pentacles. Let's see what else. Okay, this kind of came out crossing. Okay, the Four of Swords here. Let's see what else. Let's see, why is this coming out why is this coming out crossing? Clarify the Four of Swords for me. And we have the Ace of Wands. What else? We got the Five of Pentacles at the bottom. I mean, maybe it could be like, maybe you're thinking about going back to school or something like that. And maybe you have some fear or anxiety or like some stress when it comes to, maybe you've been thinking about this for a while. Maybe you're thinking about going back to school to learn like a new trade or something that could like maybe help you make more money here. Maybe you're trying to find something that you're passionate about, and maybe you're ready to go to school for it, or maybe you're ready to invest in your education when it comes to this passion or something that you want to do in your life. It could be something creative, or it doesn't have to be. It could just be something that you want to do to like make more money or to help you. Maybe you could be having some struggles right now or some financial issues right now. Like I said, in this economy, like I get it. Maybe you're thinking about going back to school, right? And I feel like maybe, this could be confirmation for you that that's something that you need to go ahead and do. Okay, maybe you've been thinking about it for a while, but maybe it's just on your mind. You don't know, like with all the other things going on in your life, you don't know if you have the capacity to take something else on or whatever the case may be. But I feel like, yeah, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, I feel like, yeah, it's something that you should go after. It's something, something that could help you make more money, right? And it's something that you actually, you need to just actually start. I feel like it's something that you just been thinking about. You've been sitting on it. Maybe, like I said, you have some some stress and anxiety, you know, when it comes to it. But I feel like, yeah, it's something that you should be doing, or it's something that, yeah, you should take initiative on. Yeah, finding a new passion. Like, yeah. Let's see what else. And then, yeah, the Ten of Wands. I don't know, maybe. And then look, the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I don't know if y'all can see that. The Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like you're trying to get back on your feet. I feel like you're trying to be independent. I feel like you're trying to do something to, again, get your money up. You know what I mean? But I feel like, and then with it being like FTCC, like, you know, maybe you could be wanting to go back to school, because that's, like I said, that's like a college here where I live at. Maybe, I don't know, you could have a job out of college, or you could be a professor, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. Or you're having, I feel like it's some stress and anxiety about, again, like I said, like if you have time, if it's something that you're able to take on with everything else that you already have going on in your life. But I ultimately feel like it would be something good for you, you know what I'm saying, if you did. And then we have like the Devil. I feel like you're just kind of like in your head a little bit with these swords. Swords represent mental activity. So I feel like you could just be in your head a bit. Okay, anxiety, I feel like maybe it's something that you've been sleeping on, you've been thinking about it, or maybe you tell yourself like you're waiting for a particular time, or you're waiting until you get, you know what I'm saying, until you get other things in order. But I feel like it's something that could be really good for you, and again, something that could help you make more money, or, you know, you're in learning, maybe you want to learn how to invest, or, you know, whatever it is, you know. But I feel like you're having some anxiety, again, with the Four of Swords, and then now the Nine of Swords. Okay, and both of these people are like in bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's something that's been keeping you up at night. Something I feel like you've been trying to, you know, make a decision. Like you've been trying to like sleep on it. Like, let me sleep on it, and, you know, let me think about it. But I feel like you've been thinking about it a little too much, and I feel like you need to just do it. Okay. Now it makes sense why I put out those other cards, because I was like, I don't know what's going on, but yeah. Anyway, I'm glad it's not something else. Okay, just let me say that, because who child. Okay, so we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Why is this in the reverse? Maybe it's something that you need to go into alone. And then look, the Five of Pentacles. Maybe it's something that you need to do on your own. Or is something that you have been doing like research about, or again, like I said, something that you've been thinking about for a while. I feel like, or maybe you feel like you don't have the money to do it, or to go back to school, or whatever the case may be. Or I feel like with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like maybe you haven't been putting in the work, right? Because you've been in your head about it too much. And I feel like, you know, maybe that's causing you to miss out on some opportunities here, because you just been in your head about it a little too much. You really, maybe you haven't done like the research, or maybe you've done a lot of research and maybe you feel like you don't have the money to, like I said, invest at this time. Okay. And then we have death here. So I feel like something is happening, right? Something is ending for something new to begin, right? And maybe it's this, you just need to go for it, right? With the Knight of Swords at the bottom, you need to seize the moment. Like, you need to just go for it. You need to just jump in there. What's the Five of Pentacles? And we have the Hierophant. Education. Okay, the Ten of Wands. So again, like I said, maybe you're thinking about going to school. Maybe you're thinking about, you know, getting a higher level of education, i.e. going back to school, the same thing. Yeah. And I feel like that's something that you should be doing here. Or I feel like, what does it say? Which traditions to embrace and how to do so. Religion, tradition, education, traditional institutions. So I feel like it does have something to do with you going back to school, or again, like I said, hiring your education, if that's how you say that. Maybe it's not, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like, again, I just feel like maybe you feel like you have a lot going on already, and you don't know if you can invest the money, the time, the effort. But I feel like it's something that could be beneficial for you. Clarify the Four of Cups. I don't like the way that happened, but it happens like that. Okay, the Hermit in the reverse and the Three of Swords in the reverse. Again, like I said, like maybe you just haven't been doing the work. You've been withdrawn. You've been in your head about it. You haven't, you know, maybe you just haven't been putting in the work. Like, you've been paranoid. Like, you kind of been stagnant. Again, like I said, you need to just go for it, because I feel like it's something that could be beneficial for you. Okay. And I feel like, again, with death here, and then the Three of Swords in the reverse, the six of Swords on the bottom of the deck here. Okay, so I feel like something is ending. Okay, I feel like maybe you got hurt in some type of way. Okay, or maybe you're coming out of this, because the Four of Swords in the reverse is like coming back out into the world, right? And I'm getting kind of this same energy with the Three of Swords in the reverse, like, and with the death. I feel like there's something that is ending for something better to come in, for you to heal, for you to progress, for you to move on. And, you know, maybe, you know, for you to be more independent. We saw the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Pentacles here, right? Okay. And the Hierophant, which leads me to believe that, you know, again, it has something to do with what you're learning, or again, like your education, like again, with the college thing. So, yeah, I feel like maybe you could be coming out of your head, like feeling paranoid, having this fear and anxiety. You know, I feel like it's not a bad thing to, you know, be fearful or have anxiety about doing something new, or, you know, taking something else on. I feel like that's normal. You know, just don't let it eat you up, right? And I feel like you're coming out of that, like you're getting out of it. You're like, okay, this is something that could help me, help my family, you know, if you have kids or whatever the case may be. And I feel like, you know, that's ending for, you know, something, or you're letting go of something, or for these changes to happen, right? And right here it says change of work. So, you know, yeah, maybe you could be trying to go back to school, or maybe you work out of school, maybe you work out of college, or, you know, whatever the case may be. Clarify death for me. What's that? Okay, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Or like you could be ending one job, or to do in the world. Yeah. Yeah. Period. Okay. Oh, Jesus, because, oh, I thought this could have went in a different way. Lord have mercy. God, I thank you. But, yeah. Okay, maybe you're trying to learn something new, okay? Or you're thinking about if you should, or are you going to have the time? Are you going to have the money? I feel like, yes. I feel like things are going to work out for you, okay? If you just decide to go ahead and do it, you know, get out of your head, you know, go after what it is that you want, okay? It could be, you know, like I said, you could be ending one job and going to another, or, you know, you could be ending a job to further your education, to something that you really wanted to, that's something that you really want to do, something that you have a passion for, something that, yeah, or, you know, something that you really want to master, right? And I feel like you will be successful in it. And again, with the death and the world, I feel like, again, like I said, you're ending one thing to begin something new that will be beneficial for you. You're releasing pain, you know, you're coming out of being withdrawn and antisocial, and, you know, I feel like you're ready to get back out there. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like with Temperance out here, I feel like be patient with yourself, you know, take care of yourself, you know, water yourself, you know, make sure you're okay. It says, I know my extremes and now I seek peace. So yeah, you know, maybe you need to meditate, or maybe you need to talk to somebody about it, or whatever the case is. But I feel like it's something that will bring balance into your life, or I feel like, you know, you just need to find a way to balance doing something new with everything else that you have going on, or whatever the case may be. But, you know, be patient with yourself, you know, make sure you're okay. But I feel like your hard work is going to pay off. And yeah, I feel like maybe now, again, like I said, it could be something, the Queen of Pentacles here, period. So again, I feel like it's something that you've been thinking about for a while. And I feel like now, you know, you're about to see your manifestations coming to fruition. And I love that. I love that for you, because woo, I didn't know where this was going for real. Okay. Let's see, anything else? The moon. So we have the moon here. Again, with this anxiety, mental tension, it says the path may not be clear, but my intuition illuminates the way one step at a time. So and then the Fool. So I feel like, yeah, again, like I said, it's something that you've been thinking about for a while. It's something that you may have like some fear and anxiety. Of course, you're doing something new. You don't know. You kind of know what to expect, but you don't know how it's gonna affect you, again, with everything else that you have going on or whatever the case may be. But I feel like you could do it. Clarify the Moon, I feel like you could do it for real. Yeah, like I said. Like I said, you could do it. like the moon and the sun. You know what I'm saying? I was about to say something else. I forgot what it was. Maybe it'll come back to me. But the Four of Wands here, celebration, like, again, I feel like, you know, maybe there is something that you need to walk away from. Maybe, again, like I said, you've been in your head, like maybe you've been self-sabotaging a little bit. Like, again, like maybe it's because maybe you've been in your head about it too much and you haven't taken action towards this, or you haven't started taking the steps. You know, it's just like a thought, right? But I feel like now it's time to take action, you know, start researching, you know, whatever it is that you need to do. Like maybe if you need like a financial aid, or, you know, your schedule, or, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, I feel like now is at least start looking into it if you haven't already, you know, to figure out how to move things around, or, you know, to make certain arrangements or whatever the case may be. But like, yeah, the Ace of Swords here, new plans, victories, like breakthrough. But yeah, so like if you've been thinking about like going back to school or furthering your education, again, like I said, yes, 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 yes. We have investment. Oh my God. I love when that happens so bad. Period. Invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Take calculated risks, but save something to fall back on. Right. And again, like I was saying, like you could be worried about if you're gonna have the money to invest. Like maybe you are facing some financial struggles right now. But again, I feel like you know, they have like certain financial aid, scholarships, you know, and stuff like that. Like maybe, you know, you need to start looking into that. Okay, but definitely yeah, go ahead and invest in your education. Yeah. I'm gonna put that right there, because who y'all talking about? Okay, and then look, ending. You may leave a position or be terminated. However, there's always a new opportunity ahead, or there's always a new opportunity ahead. You may change careers entirely. And I said that earlier too, like maybe you could be, you know, ending one job to, you know, invest in your education into something that's gonna allow you to be more independent and make more money, right? So I definitely feel like with the death here in the world, I feel like one cycle is ending, right, for you to begin something new. Okay, we have movement. You'll make good progress now, and you will be able to overcome any obstacles in your path. Big leaps forward are possible, okay? Like I said, you just need to make a move, okay? You just need to jump in. You just need to go ahead and do it. Like, We have power position, okay? You are being promoted or called to lead. Time to step into your sovereignty and guide others with compassion. Okay, so again, it could be something that you could be like wanting to start your own business. Again, something that will allow you to be more independent. Maybe you're wanting to be an entrepreneur or whatever the case may be, but I feel like, it's time to do it. Okay. And then at the bottom, when I first started, remember I saw the Magician? Right. So like I said, like maybe you've been worried about like if you're going to have the time, the energy, or the resources, or whatever the case may be. And I feel like, you do. Okay. We have many choices. You have options even if you don't see them right now. Okay, what did I just say? You have options even if you don't see them right now, okay? Like I was saying, you could be worried about like if you are going to be able to do this, but I feel like, yes, even if you don't see it right now, like you have the options, okay? You have many options, okay? Get creative and look around. Pull a card for each option to see what's best, okay? I don't know all the options that you have, okay? But you do have options, okay? And again, get creative, okay? Maybe you have to switch things around. Maybe you have to, call somebody to help you babysit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I feel like, yes, you can make it work. You can figure it out, get creative and make it work, okay? You have all the tools you need to succeed, but you have to put in the effort. You excel at working with your hands and fixing problems, okay? So again, like I said, like maybe it's just been in a thought, and it's just been a thought in your head and you haven't been putting in the work, okay? You have to put in the effort to make it work. You have options. You have all the tools that you need to succeed, okay? You have to put in the effort, okay? Now, I don't know if you want to do something with working with your hands or whatever it is. Most things that you do, you're working with your hands. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But whatever it is, you have what you need to succeed, okay? You could do it. That's what's up, okay? I want to get this other deck that fell. So give me a second. I hope y'all ain't see my clothes, because baby, I'll just put on anything. Okay. I'm so glad I listened to my intuition, because I was like, I feel like I need these. Like I had no idea where this was going. Okay, but I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going in a different direction. And I'm so happy that it's not. Okay. Okay, we have discovery, since it want to keep showing up. Okay, try something new. Okay, trying something new and exploring other options will help you learn and grow. The opportunities are just waiting for you to be discovered. Okay, and then leadership again. Okay, power position. You're being promoted or called to lead. Leadership. You're stepping into a role as a leader. You're ready. Okay, your career will improve once you accept and step into your power. Period. You're following the crowd in fear of putting yourself out there. Okay. It don't even have to be that like you're following a crowd. It could just be you have some fear and anxiety when it comes to putting yourself out there, okay? But I feel like it's time for you to try something new and explore other options, okay? Because you have options, okay? Other options that will help you learn and grow, okay? Especially if you're trying to further your education, invest in your education and make big plans for the future, okay? Learn and grow. The opportunities are just waiting for you to be discovered, okay? They just waiting for you to find them. They out there for you. You have many options, even if you don't see them right now, okay? You are ready. Your career will improve once you accept and step into your power, okay? You're stepping into a role as a leader. Okay, look, authority. Stop playing, okay? Your career is in the process of upgrade. There is an opportunity for you to become an authority in your field of work. Be the leader you wish you had. Again, so like I said, you could be wanting to start your own business, or this could be like internal, at your job. Like maybe, I know a lot of, jobs that I've worked at the past, they have classes that you could take to learn more about the job. Or like, again, if you want to become like a manager, supervisor, whatever it is, maybe it's something like that. Just make sure you be the leader that you wish you had, okay? And I feel like you are ready to step into that leadership position, that power position, okay? Let's see what else we got. We have amusement. You have natural talents that you can share with the world. It's time to make money from them while having a good time just being you. Okay, I feel like you're a natural leader, okay? You're a natural leader. You have natural talents that you can share with the world, okay? That, again, like I said, that can help you make more money, right? From just being you. Whether it's like you actually going to college or whatever it is to further your education, or if it's just like internally you're learning more about a job, or you're up for promotion, you got that from just being you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, or you have these talents, okay, that is going to get you to where you want to be from just being you. You don't have to follow no crowd, okay? Because you're a natural leader. You have these natural talents, okay, that can help you make money, especially if you're having some financial difficulties right now. Okay, we have unsteady. Things might be getting wobbly in your cash flow or business. Abrupt changes in decision making are affecting your finances. Okay, so again, like I said, things could be a little unsteady, right, with your money right now. Okay, so don't excuse me. Abrupt changes in your decision making are affecting your finances. Okay, so maybe you've made some abrupt changes. Like maybe if you were putting money aside for one thing, maybe it had to go to like another thing, or you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. But I feel like it's still time for you to invest in your education, or start setting money aside to invest in your education, or at least start doing the research to figure out what you need to do so things won't get too wobbly for you. Like, yeah, things are a little unsteady right now, but at the end of the day, this is something, that is going to allow you to, something that is going to put you in a leadership position and make you more money. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you got to make, what did it say? You got to make calculated risk. Okay. Calculated risk. Oh, here it is. Right? Invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Take calculated risk, but save something to fall back on. Right, period. Right. And then look, stand alone. Like I said, maybe it's something that you need to do on your own, right? With when the Three of Pentacles came out in the reverse, because it's usually like, you know, teamwork, working with other people. Like maybe you are, you know, on your own right now, and maybe that's why things could be hard for you. You know, you're trying to do everything on your own, but I feel like it's, you know, that's better for you. You don't have everybody in your business, and you know what I'm saying, blah blah blah. Stand alone. Okay, there is an opportunity to do things on your own. You have done projects that have, excuse me, I'm about to cough. Okay, got a little tickle in my throat. Stand alone. There is an opportunity to do things on your own. You have done projects that have led you to become independent. Financial freedom is yours. Okay. You're being called to tune into your individuality and express yourself. Get creative with your finances. Perhaps it's time to discover a new talent. Okay. So, you know, just you could be a designer. Okay. Again, like I said, you are good with your hands. Okay. A career in fashion, arts, or any artistic endeavor could be just for you. So maybe you could, you know, do something with your hands, something artistic, or in the fashion industry. You don't have to be, but more importantly, you're being called to tune into your individuality and express yourself. Get creative with your finances. Perhaps it's time to discover a new talent. Okay. And I feel like you have this new talent. Okay. Or maybe it's a talent that you're trying to learn more about, or learn how can you turn this into a business, or, you know, start making money from it, or whatever it is. I feel like, you know, do some research. Okay, do what you have to do to figure it out. Okay, to make it work. Okay, and in my Tim Gunn voice, okay, make it work. You can make it work. And then, like I said at the beginning, we saw the Magician at the bottom of the deck. You have all the tools you need to succeed. Okay, make it happen. Make it happen. We have composure. Okay, your calmness is necessary in the situation. Things might be beyond your control, but you have control over yourself. Relax, rejuvenate, renew. Okay, and then, like I said, with the Death here and the World. Okay, I feel like things are being renewed. Okay, and then we saw the Temperance. Like I said, keep your composure. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. You know, stay calm. You know, you could do it. Okay. We have Scribe. You have a great talent for writing and content creation. Your words are powerful to influence others that you can use to bring income. Okay. So yeah, you could be a writer of some sort, you know, whatever it is that you do, nobody do it like you. Okay. Whatever it is that you do, nobody do it like you. Like, you have this talent to be a leader, to influence people. You have a way with words. You can create content, or you could be writing content for other people. I don't know, you know, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? You have this natural leadership ability, this natural talent that could bring you income. And, you know, I feel like it's something that you've been thinking about for a while, and now it's time to get out there. Okay. Objective. Writing down your goals will help you in achieving them. Keep yourself on track to reaching your dreams one step at a time. Okay. So yeah, maybe you need to, you know, write down your goals, or again, keep track. Maybe you need to, you know, budget, you know, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? keeping yourself on track, okay? So holding to your objective, okay? Tunnel vision, okay? Accountability, you know what I'm saying? Let's see, anything else? I feel like everything just want to come out now. Okay, we got a lot. Okay, there are some resources you have overlooked. There are some resources you have overlooked that will help you resolve your financial issues. Someone is willing to help you recover. Okay, so again, like I said, you need to do some research. Again, like I said, maybe they have like financial aid, or there are some other resources out there that you need to look into, right, to help you get to where you want to be, right, because it is out there for you. Communicate. Sharing your voice to speak your truth will show your authenticity and expression. You have a talent in the communication field. Okay, so again, I feel like that aligns with content creation or writing, you know, sharing your voice, you know, however you do that, okay? Or you can make money from, again, just authentically being you and expressing yourself, you know, in an authentic way, okay? We have assets. Your investments are growing fast. If you haven't tried investing yet, this is the right time. Your future promises long-term stability, okay? And I feel like for you, this could be investing in your education, okay? But making smart investments, calculated investments, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, again, that is something that you could grow, okay? Learning, growing, continuing your education, you know what I'm saying? Do that. We have shift, okay? Taking your career in a totally different direction, okay? Have the courage to change course. Continue to grow, change, and learn, okay? You reach the end of a route where you cannot continue traveling, okay? So again, like I said, something is shifting, something is ending. Things are changing for you to go into a new direction, for things to shift in your life, okay? It don't literally have to be your career, but if it is, okay, cool. But whatever that thing is that you've been wanting to do, that you've been thinking about for a while, I feel like now's the time for you to have courage to do it, okay? Have courage to change course, okay? Because something is ending, something is shifting, okay? But is shifting for the better, okay? For you to make more money, for you to be authentic, for you to be a leader and express yourself and share your talents with the world, okay? And then we have Underworld. Find unconventional ways to explore new sources of income, okay? Sex, death, hidden knowledge, probing into the mysteries of life. As the world evolves, so can your means of earning money, okay? So, yeah. Maybe you want to do one of these things, okay? Probing into mysteries of life, hidden knowledge, you know, whatever it is, okay? Maybe you have options, okay? Maybe you do something unconventional, you know what I'm saying, and that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you have to do, I mean, you know, that's not a disservice to yourself, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, let's get I'm so lazy. Clarify Underworld. Dang. So we have conflict. Be careful with whom you deal with, anything related to your finances. There could be some misunderstanding with someone about money. Okay, so again, that's why you need to stand alone. Okay, there's something for you. Okay, maybe you have one of these you're interested in one of these unconventional aspects of life, you know, whatever that is, okay? But I feel like it's best, again, like I said, it's something that you need to do alone, okay? Because, you know, people could be trying to be in your business, you know what I'm saying, pocket watching, all of that. So, you know what I'm saying, be careful, you know, keep it to yourself, you know what I'm saying? We have learner. It's never too late to learn something new, okay? Whether getting back to the academe or just studying on your own, a new skill or knowledge brings efficiency, okay? So yeah, like I said, whether it's like literally you're going back to school or you're learning something new, okay? Either way, you're learning something new. Either way, you're gaining knowledge about something. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, it's never too late to learn something new. So don't be afraid to change course. Don't be afraid to shift, okay? Because it's something that will, okay, bring you long-term stability, okay? It's going to allow you to be more independent, more, you know, authentic to yourself in this leadership position, okay? So it's never too late to learn something new, okay? We have adjustments, okay? You may need some adjustments to your spending. Your expectations are not met at this time. It's better to be prepared than sorry, okay? So again, like I said, like maybe you just need to move things around. Like things could be a little wobbly, like it said before. You know, maybe you just need to budget a little bit better or start budgeting or, you know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do, bro. You just make it work. Just make it happen. Okay, then we have the past. Something from the past is coming back. Perhaps an old job or an unfinished project. Look to the past to understand the future. What? Look to the past to understand the future. A lesson, an experience, or an old skill. You could be earning or receiving money from something you did in the past, okay? So maybe, again, like I said, maybe this is something that you did. I didn't say that. Okay, maybe this is something you did in the past, okay? Maybe it's something, again, like I said, you've been thinking about for a while. Maybe it's something you did before. And we did see that before, okay? You have done projects that have led you to become independent, okay? So maybe it's something that you did in the past, okay? Maybe it wasn't the right time for it at that time, okay? But I feel like now is the time. Now or never. It's now or never. You feel me? It's now or never, man. Okay. It's now or never. I feel like I didn't really need these, but it's now or never. It's now or never. Okay, because I will say the same thing over and over again, for real, like a broken record. Like a broken record. Let's see what else. What else we need to know? Okay. Go your own way. Okay. Stand alone. Do it on your own. Go your own way. Don't worry about what they're doing over there. Don't tell everybody your business. Okay. Handle it alone to the best of your ability. Okay. Trust your intuition and embrace individuality, paving your path with courage and authenticity. Okay, so again, yeah, don't be afraid to shift. Okay, have the courage to change, or let things go that need to be let go, and things that need to be ended, so you could move on with your life and start something new. Okay, trust yourself. Okay, trust yourself. Okay, gentle release. Let yourself surrender to the flow of life's mysterious currents. Okay, again, shift. Okay, go your own way, okay? Have the courage to pave your own path with authenticity, okay? Let yourself surrender to the flow of life, okay? And like I said, let things go that need to be let go, okay? And just flow with it, okay? If you're ready to move on, you're ready to do something new, okay, that means it's time. Or at least it's time to start learning how to make it happen, right? Okay, last message to close it on out here, because I feel like, I've been saying the same thing. I've been saying the same thing. Okie dokie. Let me get it, if I can get it. Hello, where are you? Period. Okay. And we have a warrior spirit, relentless commitment to challenges. What? Okay. Warrior spirit, relentless commitment to challenges, approaches life as a personal battle, here to master your forceful nature. Relentless commitment to challenges, approaches life as a personal battle. Okay, approaches life as a personal battle, here to master your forceful nature. Okay, so I feel like you have this warrior spirit. Okay, I feel like you have this relentless commitment to face those challenges, in a way that's, it's like, that certain challenges or, approaching things in a certain way is going to help you be better, or is going to help you master certain things or certain areas of your life. Okay. So approaches life as a personal battle, here to master your forceful nature. Okay. You have this relentless warrior spirit. Okay. You are a force of nature. Okay. And yeah, I feel like, certain challenges arise to, how they say, like, steel sharpens steel. I think that's the quote, or I think that's the saying, or whatever it is. I don't know if that makes sense right now, but it's like, certain things arise in your life, and I feel like you need to just see it as something that you need to overcome, or you need to see it as a lesson. Like, what is it teaching you? How to, maybe it's teaching you a lesson in patience, or, what I'm saying? Whatever it is, what I'm trying to say? Like, a challenge that comes up and you're like, okay, like, what is this? Like, what is going on? Like, what is a lesson? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's just how you need to approach it, and have this relentless commitment to overcome those challenges and obstacles in your life. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's the reading. Let me know. Okay. Let me know if that resonated with you. If it did, if it didn't, comment, like, subscribe. Peace.